Yo, what's going on everybody? So I wanted to have a conversation with you guys about what Urashiki's true endgame is and explain to you guys why he's collecting chakra. It seems like that is a question that I get at least once every episode review, and every so often I get it in random questions that are on Twitter or are placed to me on the different videos, which is, why in the world is Urashiki collecting chakra? Why is he after Shikaku? Why does he want the different bijuu chakra? Why is he hunting the tail beast? And I gotta say this, man, like when you start looking at all the information about the Otsutuski clan, which is not a lot of information, that's still something that I wish was explored a lot more, but I'll be patient because they're playing the long game. But when you look at what we know about the Otsutuski clan, I think that we can start piecing together what his true end game is. And I think it's brilliantly simple. I know someone's like, brilliantly simple, how those two things go hand in hand. I'll explain to you. So when you look at it, I've said before that I think Urashiki is more or less a scout. He's supposed to go to different dimensions, find worlds that have the potential to bear the fruit of a god tree, then pass it on to somebody like Momoshiki. Well, when you start looking at this sector in the universe, we know that Kaguya was given the sector and she never reported back to a clan leader. We know that Urashiki and Kinshiki came here and now they're no longer alive because Naruto, Sasuke, and Boruto saw to that. And so now you only have Urashiki here. I really think that Urashiki is filling the role of what was essentially supposed to be Urashiki and Kaguya, which was supposed to essentially be Momoshiki and Kaguya, which is they're supposed to come to this world, they're supposed to harvest the chakra, they're supposed to gather a god tree, and then they're supposed to destroy the planet after that. Like, I definitely think that this is the case, because when you look at the Boruto Naruto Next Generations novel, we have that moment where Momoshiki is casually blowing up planets, and I think that that is something. I think that that is something that we have to consider this possibility, which is all the more reason why the Boruto series is kind of having Urashiki be more active, because hunting down the bijuu was something that essentially that was Momoshiki's duty. That's what Momoshiki was doing, and Urashiki knows that there are 9-tailed beasts out there. 2 of them are inside of what are essentially Jinchuriki, and in the novelization for Naruto Boruto the movie, we never got an explanation as to why they just went after the 2 bijuu that are sealed inside of Naruto and Killer Bee and not the other tailed beasts. A lot of people, myself included, thought back at the time that because Naruto and Bee were the ones targeted, that the other bijuu were just hunted down off screen. Now we know that that's not the case, and given the fact that Naruto is like a meeting point for all the other bijuu, if anything would happen to other bijuu, Naruto would have been aware of it. So I definitely think that this is a situation where we're seeing Urashiki basically fulfill 2 roles. He's not only the scout, but he's also the hunter, and I think that if this is the case, then this will be a great opportunity for us to essentially have Urashiki be wiped out, or at the very least, after the Sasuke versus Urashiki battle happens, all of a sudden Urashiki goes back to the clan leader and they end up discussing what's happening on this world, on this planet Earth. I think that this would be a really good way to set up a future Boruto Naruto Next Generations plot, because we do know that Naruto has Orochimaru working on countermeasures to take down the Otsutuski clan. So I think that this could be a great way to kind of segue into that, to add more transition towards playing the long game, because for the Otsutuski, time moves at a different rate than it does for us. So we could have several years in the timeline before they actually show up, but it's something they tease. The 5 Kage, when they're meeting with Naruto, they flat out say that the next generation is not ready for a threat that is beyond Kaguya, that the next generation cannot become powerful enough in order to defend, and that they have to be the ones who defend the world from the Otsutuski threat. So I definitely think that this could be something that is set up in the future, but I want to know from you guys, what do you think Urashiki's true purpose is? Let me know down in the comment section below, and I'm recording this video on August 31st, so if the next episode has any type of answers, I didn't know about it as of this recording. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I just had a conversation with my AC guy, who is a huge Naruto fan, and I might make a video with some of those clips because I got quite a bit of audio from him. And I mean, the guy had some very insightful stuff to say about the Boruto series. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.